morning, Pershore Abbey community. I hope everybody is doing well. I wonder what choices you're making as we try to do our shopping in this period of lockdown. Perhaps you're choosing to ring a local trader or producer so that you can do your order over the phone and pay for it, and then they will very kindly deliver it at a convenient time. Perhaps you're buying food items online, similarly very straightforward and easy. Or perhaps you're making the choice to write down a really comprehensive shopping list and venture out to any number of shops just once a week. Lots of choices, but hopefully everyone is getting the food that they need. I wanted to share with you today another choice we can be thinking about when we go about our shopping. For many years now, the Fair Trade organisation has encouraged us to think about buying certain items which have the Fair Trade logo on them. And when we buy those items, and it might be tea and coffee, sugar, chocolate, honey, biscuits, all sorts of things, we know that the person who made that product is getting a living income. And the Fair Trade organisation defines a living income as enough money to enable the producer of the item to have enough money to buy new crops, to have enough money to feed and house themselves and their family, to have enough money for clothing and for schooling. And Fair Trade would say those things aren't luxuries, they're a human right. So if we choose to buy a fairly traded product, we know that we could be making a real difference to somebody's life. And many of the products, such as tea and coffee and sugar, are grown in countries where economies are very poor. So our simple choosing of a fairly traded product can make a difference, not just to individuals, but to whole communities. We try to support fairly traded products in church through the Tradecraft movement. And if you want to know more about that, just get in touch with Pershore Abbey community and we can share more. So we all have choices to make about where our food comes from. Some of it is about convenience and ease, and that's really important. But some of it can be about justice. So if you're going shopping today, I hope you have a really good experience. And perhaps as you go up and down the aisles, think about purchasing a fairly traded item. And I hope our prayer for today will encourage us in our choices. Loving God, be with us as we seek to fight poverty through trade. Give us the courage, wisdom, discernment, grace and strength as we confront, challenge, engage with and overcome injustice and unrighteousness in your name. Give us the voice to speak for the voiceless and the grace and empowering to live out what we believe. Keep before us that vision of a world freed from the scandal of poverty, where trade is just and people and communities can flourish. Help us to live what we teach and not to grow weary in serving your kingdom and embracing your call upon our lives, alone and together. Amen.